boys and girls. It's Bible time, and today we're going to talk about respect again. And we know that we've learned in the Bible, and our Bible verse talks about how we are to respect our mommy and our dads, our mothers and our fathers. And I want you to think about how you can do that today, how you can show respect. Well, I want you to listen as I read the story of Jesus and the money changers and how the people in the temple did not show respect to the people who wanted to worship God there. Are you ready? Well, during the week of Passover, Jerusalem was crowded with thousands of people who had come from far away to worship God in the temple at Jerusalem. And when these people arrived at Jerusalem, their money was not the same kind of money that was being used in the temple. To help these visiting people exchange their money, men called money changers offered to trade the foreign money for the money used in the temple. But not all of the money changers were honest. When the people gave them money, some money changers would not give them the right amount of money in return. These dishonest money changers kept lots of extra money for themselves, and they took something that did not belong to them. They stole from the people. In addition to the money changers, there were other people who sold pigeons and other animals to the people who went to the temple to offer sacrifices to God. Some of these people were also dishonest, boys and girls. Sometimes they sold their animals for a lot of money, more money than they were worth. The day after Jesus rode a donkey colt into Jerusalem during the week of Passover, he went into the area near the temple where non-Jews were allowed to go. It was a place where they prayed and worshiped God. But all of the money changers and merchants with their animals were also there. So it was a very noisy place. The money changers and the animal sellers were calling out to the people to come and trade money or buy animals from them. Ba, ba, said the sheep. Coo, coo, said the pigeons. All of these sounds of the animals being bought and sold could be heard as Jesus entered the temple area. The buying and the selling had made it a noisy and crowded place. Now remember, boys and girls, that's the place where the non-Jewish people wanted to go and worship. It was hard to worship in all that noise. Now Jesus knew that the men trading the money and selling the animals were not being honest, and neither were they being respectful at God's house. They were keeping people from being able to pray and worship God. Jesus ordered the money changers and the animal sellers to leave the area near the temple. He even turned the money changers' tables over. Jesus quoted from the Old Testament as he told these men, God's house is a place for worship and prayer. You are being noisy, disrespectful, and dishonest. You have made God's house into a place of thieves. Jesus had the authority to make them leave because he is God's son. The temple area was now ready for those who had come to worship. Now, boys and girls, we learned how the temple was a very busy place and how there were money changers and people there that were selling animals that were not being honest with the people that were at the temple. And that made Jesus very angry, rightfully so. They were also creating a lot of noise, so the people couldn't worship God in the way they wanted to. It was distracting. Think about being in church. When you're in church, are you being respectful of others around you so that they can worship God? I want you to think about that, boys and girls, when you are in church. How respectful are you being of others? That's one way you can honor and please God, by being respectful of others in church. Have Have a great day. Love you.